Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the On Fire B2B podcast where we take business owners and CEOs in the B2B space. 6 questions, 9 minutes, because the best know when to be concise and when to end. Let's get to it. Question number 1, a few sentences tell me who you are and what do you do?
My name is David Wolfskehl. I'm the founder and CEO of C-Suite Impact, family of companies, and my role within the C-Suite Impact family is to really build the community, the culture, and give my team the tools to be successful.
Outstanding. Question number 2, what is the best thing about working with businesses?
I love seeing the impact, the before and after. We try and make people's lives better after they work with our organization.
Awesome. Question number 3. I'm hearing from other top executives and owners that using quotes and testimonials from clients really increase conversions in sales. What are your thoughts?
I believe that people are looking for that social proof and they're looking for that authenticity. So 100% in alignment with that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Question number 4. What advice do you share with other companies working in the B2B industry? Go.
So what I see is oftentimes organizations don't spend enough time on strategy. They're fighting the day-to-day battles. They're focused on what's right in front of them, and they neglect the most important resource they have, which is the company. And so at my organization, and we did this yesterday, I spend a full day with my partner working on strategy. We have an agenda, we follow the same things. And what we're trying to do in those strategy sessions is we have a long-term vision, make sure that we are continuing down that path to create that long-term vision. I also believe that's very important to do some strategy on an individual basis. So we have organizational strategy and then individual strategy. And what I do for my individual strategy is every Sunday, I sit down, I look at my calendar, and I prepare for every single meeting. So I know the goals I have with the meeting, the possible outcome, and I'm creating the agenda. And typically, just like with this podcast, when you can control the agenda, you can control the conversation. And so we believe, and I believe really, companies are spend too little time working on the business, too little time working on strategy. And so the fires just continue year after year, and they deal with the same issues over and over again.
Perfect. So the day that you had with your business partner, like talk about some of the things that you guys talked about, like this, basically, what was the day look like? Give me a kind of a rundown of the day.
So we start at 8 o'clock in the morning. First thing we do is review financials, because if you're not looking at your numbers, how do you know where you're going? Second thing we do is we look at each one of our individual companies. We ask the presidents of those companies to send in reports, and we're reviewing them and we're thinking about how we can help them. Third thing we're doing is looking at new strategic opportunities. So do we need a new piece of software? Do we need to start doing podcasts? And what are those first initial steps that we can do? So it's really a full day. And during that day, we're sending out emails and setting up additional meetings that continue throughout the month. So again, we're taking care of those big strategic issues that are going to have an impact on the organization.
Perfect. Love it there. Let's get to question number 5. What other top CEOs and business owners in the B2B industry, like yourself, would you like to acknowledge as a leader and should be a guest on my podcast?
So Vlad St. Fard of Customized Benefit Solutions and Charles Dweck of FortisLux, 2 great people. And I think it starts with the people, 2 great leaders.
Perfect. I'll look them up when we're done here. Now, number 6, David, most important question of the podcast. You got to focus on this one. Hey, David, tell me about your first time, your first sale.
So, I started a company when I was 22 years old, a printing company. And Marjorie used to knock on the windows as we were doing construction saying, when are you going to open? I have things for you. And she kept on coming and kept on coming. And when we opened, she was our first customer. And what I'm most proud about is 15 years later, when I sold that business, she was still a company. The company she worked with at that time was still a customer as well. And so that really shows that we take care of our clients.
Nice. Love it there. Love that there. So David, you now have 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. So here's what we can do. Or you can do some promo time. You can ask me a question. You can talk about the weather. Or since the best know when to be concise and when to end early, we end early. Go.
So we're going to end early, but if I could just share a little bit about C-Suite Impact for a moment. So C-Suite Impact is an organization, and it's really built around the team. Right, I'm going to talk about what we do in a moment, but we are a team first. We work together, we play together, we laugh together, and we're really all focused on being impactful to the organizations we work with. We do things like fractional CFOs, business intelligence, and putting deals together, helping people sell their business. And we help businesses throughout the life cycle of their business, from growth to performance to succession. But it's the team first, and that's what you get when you work with C-Suite Impact.
Love it. You pulled it off. 6 questions, 9 minutes, because the best know when to be concise and when to end. Your website, say it real quick.
csuiteimpact.com.
Perfect. David, it's in the description. It's magic. David, thank you so much for being on. Tip of the hat to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And for everyone else watching or listening, make sure you check out more episodes of the On Fire B2B podcast. I am Bob Clark. You all have a wonderful day now. Talk to you later. Bye.